Here's the second interesting part. We are going to go up to the top of the hill. Okay, so normally this road is a bit crowded, as you can see. Yes, there's already some traffic, so we'll just ease it through here first. Cameras are still running. Pointer, yeah, some pointers on driving on these curvy roads. If in doubt, always take a late apex, yeah, because if you take the apex too early or you cut in too early, you can end up running out of road after the turn, because there is no room for you to turn anymore. So if you take a late apex, you can cut in, and of course, as usual, is slow in and fast out. So if let's say you don't know the corner, don't turn too early, turn as late as possible, and then you can cut into the apex and you won't run out of road. Because the biggest issue people have is understeer. So again, here for this corner, we'll take a late apex. You only do that when there's no traffic. If there are other cars beside you, then you have to take the normal lane, whatever you have. What you see is what you get. Choice in the gear changing. The car just decides what it wants to do. Oh, this is a sharp one. So don't forget to unfurl the steering after you've taken the apex, or else you will be turning too much. part you cannot control the gears. That's why you end up with the car bogging down a bit. At the gate, yes, we've arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the car is fast, but the system kind of like slows it down. I don't know how to turn off traction control, and okay, let's take the other way down today. Alright everybody, welcome back, and we are now heading on our downhill run from Gotong Jaya to the guard post, and we are again in sport mode. Sorry, it's power mode. We are now on power mode, and we are driving down the hill. And of course, it's a bit later in the day. There will be some traffic, so we got to be careful. And I'm still reaching for the pedal shifters, which are not there. Okay, the brakes actually perform quite well, despite the fact that they're single pot caliper. Yeah, there was one or two places where it felt that maybe it was a little bit hot, but the stopping power was still there. Anyway, this is a populated area. I keep on reaching for the pedal shifters. Yeah, 407 horsepower, 640 Newton meters of torque when the battery is, working. So it's quite awesome when it all comes together. So again, the engine is pushing the front wheels, and the electric motors are pushing the rear wheels. And the battery is right in the middle of the car, and the rated consumption, if you follow the proper way of driving it, under the test conditions, is 2 liters for every 100 kilometers. That's quite fantastic, right? Of course, actually it's quite economical. Our uphill run at high speed, when we got to the top of the hill, I checked the fuel consumption. It actually shows 11 liters per 100, which is actually quite decent considering that we are flat out. Okay, this is the construction site. Clear. braking helps to settle the suspension in, because this suspension is actually made more for comfort, but they're on the firm side of comfortable. So putting some weight on the brakes pushes the front suspension down and lets the car sit properly. Okay, the front double wishbones. The rear looks like some kind of multi-link, but whatever it is, it seems to work quite well, except that the car doesn't, or rather the car is not set up for really sporty driving, because it doesn't have the pedal shifters and it doesn't have the sequential shift. But I'm sure it's not rocket science to put it in, they just chose not to. That was a bit of a four-wheel drift. The pre-collision warning. Okay, brakes are still good. My throat was a bit dry. Okay, so we're at the bottom of the hill. Admittedly, they are a little bit on the hot side, but everything's okay. Wave bye-bye to those guys. Alright guys, I'm going to put it back into hybrid mode, and we're going to enjoy some leisurely driving. Okay, so what's my take on this car? Actually, in terms of value for money, this is one of the best values you can get. They are selling at 295,000 ringgit, and that is the full price with the relief on the duties because of the COVID-19 situation. You can get it for 283, I think. So for this price, to get 407 horses, yeah, not all the time you get 407 horses, but anytime you have power in the battery, you get 407. It's not bad for that price, and you get all-wheel drive, and you get officially 2 liters per 100. Okay, if you drive like how I drive, you can expect maybe 9 or 10 liters per 100. And to me, for a car with this type of horsepower, it's actually quite decent. Now, the car is very comfortable, it's very, very luxurious, and it's one of Volvo's best cars. Okay, and the S60 is one of their what you call flagship cars, so to speak, and so you're getting the best. What I find lacking is the sequential shift. That is one, and of course they could have put in at least a sequential shift for you to change gears. Or they could have given us a set of pedal shifters. At this price, the cost difference won't be very much. Okay, so that's one. And I think other than that, I'm quite okay with the car. Maybe they could have had a dynamic chassis control that allows you to maybe change the suspension settings a bit, you know, but they don't have it. But other than that, the car is okay lah. I'm okay if I want to have a car that is comfortable, that can go fast. And actually this car is one of the safest cars you can get lah. It's got all the bells and whistles. Okay, so I think that's enough about this car. And well, generally I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed it too with us. And so till we meet again in the next video, bye bye.